Hey, I'm Stephen Lee, and I am here with James Oliver Cury. He is the Eat Out editor and Booze Clues columnist for Time Out New York, and we're going to be talking about a place in Midtown, Sortie.
That's right. This is a place, it's really, I don't know if it's a lounge, a bar, what you want to call it. It is a hybrid. It's one of these modern hybrids where I don't know if they're hedging their bets or they want to be everything to everyone. But essentially, it's located right in the middle of a lot of theater district eateries. You know, so you're walking down a street, 51st Street, and you know, you might pass an Italian or a French bistro, slightly unimpressive. Then you come upon this place in between 8th and 9th Avenue. And it's really special. It opened in September 2005. You walk down some stairs, and it's like you're walking into a Mediterranean den of some sort. You know, there are these banquettes and low tables past a bar. And you can really sit there and lounge and have a cocktail waitress bring you some really good cocktails. I have to say, like a lemongrass martini or other kinds of drinks. And I loved the waitress that we had recently. This woman was just, on top of being friendly and articulate and knowledgeable, she had this crazy hairdo, like something out of the 70s. I just felt like I was in another world. The owners are actually people who come from an entertainment background. I know one of the guys used to be associated with the Bubble Lounge. They're very keen on their beer selection. So that's what drew me there initially. There are 30 artisanal beers available, and you know, if you tell them what you like, assuming they're not too busy, they will come over and help you out, maybe even give you a taste of something to see, you know, if you like it.
A beer sommelier, if you will.
Truly. Or,
yeah.
You know, they may even tell you, we suggest you put a wedge of orange in this beer to bring out the flavors. And I was very impressed with the selection and the friendliness. And on top of that, so you have great cocktails, good beer. They have a tapas menu so that if you got hungry, you could either have snacks or you could actually have a full-blown meal. I know I had a tapas sampler that had enough plates certainly to fill me, and it was filled with, you know, a chicken dish, a beef dish, fish dish, some vegetables. It was fairly hoity-toity in its own way.
Tell us a little bit about the vibe of the venue.
You know, I don't know who's discovered this yet, because in some ways it's going to be at 5 o'clock, perhaps a good place to get a drink before a show for the, you know, theater crowd. But yeah. When I went, and it was about 9 p.m., it almost seemed like there's a Hell's Kitchen hipster vibe there, if you will. There's a DJ there as well, live DJ, spinning, and so they're going for a young crowd and a hip crowd. It may be a little loud for some people, so I wouldn't bring mom and dad here, for example. It's not a good place to talk business. They're
going for the after happy hour Midtown crowd, because there really isn't a venue.
If there is such a crowd.
Right.
I don't know, I'm not a marketer or business person, but I like what they're doing. I think it's totally sexy spot in the middle of nowhere. In terms of sexy spots, there's tons of, like I said, cafes, bistros, and theaters, just not a lot of fun, modern places where you can hear live DJs with good beer selections, you know, and interesting cocktails. So, you know, this was a surprise find to me, and I'll probably go back if I'm doing anything, you know, in the 50s on the West Side.
What are the hours?
You know, they say they open around 5 or 5:30. And stay open until about 2 a.m. I'm sure that if the scene is going on, they will stay open until 3 or 4 a.m. But it's definitely not a lunch place. And to me, it seems like the kind of place that will get better the longer the night goes on.
Cool. James, thank you very much. So for an eclectic nightclub lounge tapas spot in Midtown, check out Sortie.